Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone you find yourself in. My name is Gluefoot. I am continuing Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. When last we left our heroes, we escaped a pixie miasma. We basically were helping them with a bunch of chores, and we decided that it's like, hey, maybe we actually use the pixie that we made a pact with. Not use, talk to. Nicely. And use them to convince the other pixies to let us go. And they did. And so now we are going to try to defeat the Light Warden that exists in this area. Yeah, we're just continuing on with that. The funny thing about the thumbnail, I got the idea because I'm like, I normally turn on my therapy lamp at the beginning of stream, and then I forget to turn it off. Yeah, so that's basically it, is that, the first reflection is basically always constantly under the effect of a therapy lamp. And yeah, that's the gist. I don't exactly know why we're here. Why we're here. Through the gate lieth the domain of the fourth. Oh, right, we need to get, like, different pieces of something. And it's, held by different clans around the area. Oh, hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We are come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. Not exactly sure how this gate works. But if the Fuerth are water spirits, perhaps we should take our search into the lake. Alphino can't swim. Oh! I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Uh-oh. Flashbacks? Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. Ah, dodging the question entirely. You too, Urianger. Ah, that you should be a kindred spirit. Were you not my friend, I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together we shall conquer the waves. Well, well, aren't we a lovely lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals? What a treat. Aye. My comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh? Is that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us, is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For we Fuerth. It's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world, for that matter. Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate, then come hither to our domain, Don Meg. In your tongue it means Forbidden Realm. Sounds forbidding, yes. And so it should, for we are one with the water, our home wrought of ripples and waves and the currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Ah, wonderful. Starting off strong with a, with life ID. See if we can actually form a party with other players. I'm hoping so because I'm on tank. Just hoping like other people are in... Yeah? Are you on Reaper? Okay. Augmented Skaven Magitech Scythe. Wait, they have Skaven ties? I didn't think they did Reaper gear that far back. Huh. I guess the Omega raids were popular enough to warrant that. Like, I can understand them doing Dancer and Gunbreaker, because that's the next expansion stuff, and they'll usually port that back one, but... Gotta remember tank stance. Alright, we have a Scholar, so... Can I not proceed? No, I can. Okay. Alright, let's see how this goes. And we have a monk in the party. Monk Machinist Scholar. Would that it were a white mage so we could have Monk Machinist Mage. Alright. Let's get it rolling. Making sure to keep my aggro up on everything. Probably top my field too soon. Scholar is doing amazing. I didn't have the thought for mitigation until this point. And even then I probably didn't have to. Like, not terrible. At least I was, like, mindful of it. I wasn't saving enough energy for the shield. Oh, dang it. popped the shield way too early. I should have waited for the thing. Okay, I always pop that too early. I need to save that cooldown and that energy healing. Very satisfying to actually use my shield on the tank buster. On we go. Uh-oh. One of my armory chests is full. That's not good. Can they pop my shield? Okay. think there's some sort of like threshold that it's like if they damage the person with the shield and it expires, then it's going to get out of the shadow. It like feels right. I don't know if it is. Just swings. We just need to make sure to draw the same grade understanding this, timber! That's awesome. Oh, make a move, neat. This is very broken. Pretty good. Oh, no, this is the... Okay, I cut myself out. That's fine. Nice. That's extremely basic. Slaying, just pass on all. Ooh. Gotta walk on water. It's fun. I could freeze that. All right, do I touch it? Oh, that's fake. You'll just have to keep going. Where's the music? Yeah, they're not gonna. Oh, they got a Okay, I'm just gonna focus one of them down. Seems like the right thing to do. Alright, let's see the cutscene for you. For this guy. You being the boss. You're the boss. Lake Lord and Fawn. What the? Okay. Rock legs. Alright. Almost didn't get that. Shield, motherfucker. Now that I know that you do a tank buster. Okay. At least there's not player collision. That would suck. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good. God dang it. I didn't save for the tank buster. Didn't realize like we didn't actually have to empty that guy's
how far to hit the critical effect. Is this doing break again? Oh, that was worth it. Definitely would not have gone as quickly had I done it with NPCs. So, definitely glad I'm playing tank for this. Okay, I get the samurai sword, I guess. Neat. Oh, cutscene. Okay, sea crown.
Wilford!
Good show.
Oh, you do not hold back.
What?
But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
Thank you?
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes. Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
You have a strange sense of aesthetics for a sea creature.
More? I want to see more of him!
Yes! Yes! I could watch him forever!
Why don't we just make him one of us? Yes! One of us!
Alright, yeah, time to go.
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
Not a chance. Hopefully the Kojin's blessing helps me out here.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you! Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
Yeah, you're telling me.
I'm sure you had your reasons, but the first rule of dealing with the Fwath is do not deal with the Fwath.
The
It's said
Fwath.
that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them. Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
The Fwath. The Fwathy fish. Place was once a village and it got drowned because the light.
That's the royal capital of the Kingdom of Verbert down there. It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbertites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder. I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Yeah, I hope so too. Wait, am I sensing them in the echo? Oh no, I'm seeing echoes of like Ishgard. Assuming. Yes. Yes. Oh, well. It's a neat little, transit. Orianji and Alizé? Yeah. Oh, already on the level 73 quest. Okay. Need to be mindful of how far along I am. So that I'm actually, like, planning content and stuff around, so I can try to... Oh. I'm going back in. Nay, my lady. Exhausted as thou art, thou wouldst only endanger thyself. I prithee, rest a moment. There was nothing where we looked. Auden! Heyo. Dear gods, but not for Soroban's blessing. But I need not labor the point. I'm glad to see you safe and well, my friend. Have you any idea how worried we were? To wash up on the shore, only to find you weren't with us. Oh, but I'm forgetting. Here's your crown, your majesty. Fwath kept that part of the bargain, at least. Now, there were certain twists and turns. Our work here is done, with everyone none the worse for wetness. Worse for wetness. Oh, boy. Oh, thank goodness you're still here. So, Lewin, is something amiss? Great big mob of mortals is marching to Ilmeg. Mortals with ugly weapons and uglier faces. They wouldn't happen to be your friends, would they? Rather the reverse, I fear. The Ulmorn army, at a guess. Meaning, we can play with them. As much as you like. But just to be sure, I will return with you to confirm their identities, If they are who we suspect, we will require your aid. Alphanor is coming, then Alizé will be too, yes? Can't have one without the other, you know? Alright. Just remember, we're not your playmates this time. I'm afraid we must leave the rest of the relic hunt in your hands. Don't worry, I've done this sort of thing before. Indeed you have. Very well then. See you afterwards, my friend. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Of the 2 remaining bearers of the relics, the new more are the nearer. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fey folk, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest to men, and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. Alright, if I can't fly, I'm just taking the chocobo. See, I've done all of the class quests, so I think the next, like... I mean, there's the role quests, Shadowbringers, and I am working on getting classes up so that I can do all of them. But, yeah. And then I think I only have one more Dark Knight specific quest at level 80. Past yonder cliff lieth Pla Ini, home of the No Mu. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. Trying to put on my best, like, stage acting voice for Urianger. Just the language is very Shakespearean. And I think that's the inspiration for it. Oh. Good Janana's Grace. Oh, with good Janana's Grace, let me traverse a cliffside. Alright. Classes and jobs. Okay, Dancer and Gunbreaker at 60 don't really count. It's the Astrologian, Red Mage, and Monk being near or above 60 that I'm actually kind of proud of. But I need to get them... I think I need to get them all to level 80. Because you don't need a... You just need a physical DPS. You don't need a physical and a ranged. You don't need a physical and a ranged physical. You need a ranged magic, but all magic DPS is ranged, so... If the path striketh thee as precipitous, it is because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now lieth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Verbert. 'Twas only when the Forth came, in the wake of the flood, the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel the pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fey folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the light, A force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees. An entire world. That it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet, in spite of all the tragedy which surroundeth me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. It was these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness in Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no 8th umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing. And thus do I labor, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Aha! Mortals! Just as we thought. Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha! Nothing so boring. We smelled you coming, and we thought we'd come to play. They do not appear to be pixies of Lidalran. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Mayhap another day. Oh, in some haste, are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Oh no. Teleportation magic. For mercy, we were not sent far from our court. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fey Cloak, 'tis called. A most ingenious magic which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. Urianger is literally that me when I was sad, me when I'm happy meme. Like, just his outfits. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis, thou art make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount. It will only serve to give thy presence away. Come out, wherever you are. What should we do when we find them? We send them flying. Alright, so I just need to... Any moment now. I just need to not get entangled in combat, really, and not use a mount. Pixies leave, disappointment writ on their faces. Head to the destination while under the effect of Fey Cloak. Speak with Thancred. Wonderful. Wonderful, beauteous, beautimus. I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? I see. Yes, I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You are hereby forgiven. In other good news, the new Mo village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Urianger deigns to join us. Nice. Yeah. Oh, it's cute. Mortals! Mortals are here, lots of them. Thought you said the new Mo were man's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. It was beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Wait, hold on. Irish accent? Lock it in. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you. To have so many mortals appear at once. It's more excitement than we can bear. Greetings, Elder Widank, Tir Ni. It hath been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the new Mo. The stone scepter? Then you mean to lift the seal over Leagia? That is unacceptable! Unacceptable, I tell you. If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, we new Mo have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did many of us lay down our lives to seal away the king when they were corrupted by the light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. None will come to harm. Easily said for one who hasn't experienced the king's wrath. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this man is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the king, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, he hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland, all without succumbing to the influence of its light. He is yet a stranger in this land, 'tis true, but he harboureth the self-same desire to see the sin-eaters eliminated, as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Urianger. If you have placed your faith in this man, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin-Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps? We don't have the turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Ulmoran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well accept thee simply to roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now a powerful foe draweth near, and I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that thou mightst fetch us this scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch! Ah! You know full well naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well, yet you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair! Unfair, I tell you! In happier times it was our honour to assist mortals in need and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Herbert fell, however, we have been starved of man's patronage. For so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Urianger. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here out the while and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable?
Ooh. Okay, well I hope they have Irish accents. Irish dog people is kind of a funny Funny amalgamation, I guess.
You will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see. Perhaps you can begin with Monrose. They're one of our foremost artisans, once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Verbert. With the Knights gone, however, Marnos has had no opportunity to put their skills to use. They'll be overjoyed for their patronage.
Pack Puffy, a roof, and yet it is a cat. Okay. No, cool. Wait, how are you still a sprout but have all the... You know what? Never mind.
$1,182, $1,183, $1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Oh, who? What? Where? Wait, you're immortal! Huzzah! Huzzah! Well met. Yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you've come to the right Numo. I'll restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, please, please give me their legs. And your patronage to me. Please give me their legs.
Alright, if you say so. Oh, there you are. Level 82. You're not on the free trial. Blacksmith. Serpent.
What do I need to help with? Well met, mortal. Does anything ail you? So my Perksy and I are at your service?
Okay, well, let's get the summonings down. Alright. And thus we move on. How fast is jogging compared to mount? I feel like mount is still more. But yeah, it's interesting that that quest was basically just, hey, don't use a mount for this, like, 500 meters. Also, is this the same as the Moogle theme, or am I misremembering? That's 72. Okay, I need to remember that. Verbetite. Yeah, and these like solo combat things, it doesn't really feel worth it to use Darkest Night. Alright. Okay, cool, you're just dumping XP on me. 120,000. So like a fifth of my level. I mean, 20 quests to level up. There's gotta be, like, 40 or so quests in the Shadowbringers line, right? At least. Based on the XP that they're giving. They need, I mean, they would need more than 40. They would need 10 levels. There's probably 40 and they just give increasingly more XP. And you're kind of, like, expected to be a little bit ahead of the curve. In terms of, like, you know, being level 75 for when the level 73 quest happens. Oh, no. Let's see. ConsoleGamesWiki.com. Shadowbringers. Story? Roll quests. New Game Plus feature. Oh, New Game Plus feature was first introduced in Shadowbringers. Interesting. Wait, Restoration was only introduced in Shadowbringers? That's interesting. It's interesting that it's free, though. Like, it was free before Shadowbringers came out. But yeah. Where is the main scenario quest? Jobs, New Racer, World Visit System, Dungeons Raid, yeah. PS5, oh, PS5 support added in 5.55, okay. Main scenario quest. No? Main scenario quest. Let's try this. Shadowbringers main scenario quest. 106. Stormblood was 122. Does not... 112 quests if mandatory role quests are included. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, so there are 100. Good to know. 100 and then some. I'm gonna try some of the role quests. Oh, you've returned. Wait, that's Scottish. Wait, is it? Back up.
Ah, you've returned. And with the moss fungus legs, I hope. There are tools in my trade, lest you wonder. Used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have to work again, I must replenish my stores.
Give 3.
Three? But I asked for 2. No, this wasn't the agreement. You doubt that I'll fulfill the work for 2 moss fungus legs, or you tempt me with another? May as well call me a grasping mutt and spit in my eye. If you think me a bad new mo, then a bad new mo I would be. Oh yes, I'll make a fine mess of everything you're wearing, rip it to shreds. I was just trying to be nice. Wait. There are 2 legs here. You mustn't tease us, fairies, so... In my agitation, I could have done much worse than simply snap at you. You see, for there to be honor in a task, we must receive precisely what it is worth. Too little means you belittle our ability. Too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin inspecting your equipment. I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I'm pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Here's the coin which you may pay me with when you desire to have the work done. Many thanks for your patronage. Marnos' shop is open for business. Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, this just East gift, I wonder. Yonder. Judging from your equipment displaying you're no stranger to battle, I believe your scruff will have something to offer you. Spore Sweeper. Alright, I need to get up and stretch. Give me like 2 minutes. I'm gonna leave my mic on though. Okay. Let's get back to it. Get up and stretch if you haven't. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna treat you to a bit of story time. I got another job. So I have 2 part-time jobs now. It's nice to have the variation. It is a bit stressful going between 2 things because it's just like more things to check and more mental overhead. But I'm making a little bit more money. And importantly, I'm not always working evenings, so I have some weeknights back. But I do get scheduled on like Sunday mornings at my other job, which kind of sucks, but it's not like the end of the world. I can still do stuff Saturday night, and you know, just kind of at the cost of the hell is the Empire business? What are these Twitch achievements? Oh, stream for 250 hours total. Okay. Cool. Stream for 40 hours in the last 30 days. Yeah, that's not gonna happen for a bit. Five simultaneous chatters. Stream on 4 different days. Minimum of 3 average viewers on 4 different days. Yeah, need a bit more viewership for that one. Anyway.
Deep gold ring coffer. Ah, have so many men visit us at once. This is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. You attend them with magics, except they leave behind a harmful ash. You've no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now, you will be curious as to what I have to offer. I am a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Okay, how many do you... Now, how many do you want? Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm not paying you in the flame spores, I'm just doing the job. So don't try to haggle with the new mall. This is what I learned from that first quest. I need to more regularly hydrate, I'm getting kind of lightheaded. So what happens when you yap for hours on end? You're around this house somewhere. Oh, are you on top of the house? Oh boy. Let's try that again. That's the point. That's the goal now. Keep thinking about that SNL skit. Oh, right. I was going to say story time about my coworkers. Okay, so anyway, one of my coworkers at my new job is like, yeah, I'm moving soon. Because they're like moving states. And they're like talking about all the things that they have to sell that it's like, or I'm just like giving some of it away. And it's like, well, what do you have left to give? And they're like, I have 5 potato guns. Why do you have 5 potato guns? Like, wait, why do you need that? Like... And she's like, yeah, I know, I couldn't find room for them, but, you know, my mom's advice was, if it's under $15, then it's just better to replace it. And it's like, what, like, gas-powered potato gun are you getting for under $15? 1, 2, again, why do you need 5? Well, I mean, why do you need 1 potato gun, first of all, right? I got a marshmallow gun when I was a kid. It was literally just a bunch of PVC strapped together. It was actually really fun, though. It was cool. Because just the way that, like, air pressure works, you didn't have to, like, do anything special to get the marshmallow to go through. You just put it in at the, like, the mouthpiece, and then you would blow on it. But it had, like, handles and everything. It was really cool. But a potato gun, you need a bit more power. That needs some engineering. I've already removed the flame spores. How very quick you are. Oh, but did you perchance search the western entrance as well? I'm told that more have cropped up in that area. This is gonna be bad. I want to play Minesweeper. I get the feeling I'm going to be ambushed here. Like a swollen pimple. At least that's what the color is giving me relative to the rest of this. I know that it's all like a bluer, cool tone, but even so. As you pluck the last of the flame spores, you sense a gaze from the entrance. Minfilia? Minfilia.
I wasn't spying on you or anything. I've just finished my task, and I should go report back.
Okay. If you say so. I'm gonna look at how far we are through Shadowbringers, just so I don't. Let's see. Spore Sweeper.
37. Yeah, so we're about a third of the way through, which makes sense. Again, not including the role quests. Like, even including the role quest, it's still, still something. Also, wait, there's 6 role quests? Is it 112 if you include the role quests? So, does that mean there's... Or is there 6 of each class? Anyway. Ah, you are returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Yeah. Excellent. No more poisonous spores irritating our noses. For a little while, at least. Oh dear. I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again. Reminds me of the old days. There, every day, I would carry my wares to the castle in offer exchange for men's patronage. Back then, the castle wasn't called Ligia. The Verbertites built it, and they named it Grunislicht. It was their last bastion in the struggle against the Sin Eaters. Now they're gone. All of them. Nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I'd be glad to offer them to you. But at a fitting price, of course. This gift shop is now open for business. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider a wit lad? They've been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honourable task would cheer them up. Oh, sick dog. The lawless ones. Ah, collected in place of Gil when using the teleport command. Okay. What? You would be my patron. What? I can't do anything for you. Wait, I've slipped back into Scottish, I think. I can't do anything for you. The lawless ones took my invisible ink, and without it I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the lawless ones? They're new more like us, except that they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honour they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk that they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take back my ink from those villains? If you do this, I'll consider it your patronage, and by way of my service, I'll make you something very special. Excuse me, Adam, but I couldn't help but overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you, and help in what little way I can. I'm gonna give the Dark Knight answer. Just don't get in the way. Thank you. I promise I won't be a burden. The lawless ones make their lair to the south, inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. I took many vials of ink, and I'd be grateful if you could bring back as many as possible. Bring back. Trying to make the accent less caricature-ish, more conversational. But I think the accent itself does a good job of getting me into speech patterns that convey kind of like the excitedness they feel. But maybe that's just me. I don't know. Tell me how it translates. You know, let me know your feedback. Still have deep gold hand coffer. Ooh. That's a while off yet. 380, 90, 400, 400. Württemberg? Did I read that right? Wallachdorf. Maybe I should have given them German accents based on all the naming stuff too. The names are all like Gallic. Hi, sir, what is that astrologian weapon? Runaway star globe glamored with Canopus Lux. Is that the Heavens Ward relic? Damn. Okay, Warframe notifications. Oh my god, they have fucking Chad. Chad Albrecht and Trotty thing. Animal weapons. Yeah, because it has the Lux suffix. Yep, Canopus Lux. Me trying to get Cronus Lux, honestly. Whoop. Thought something was stuck for a moment. Summoning stones. Interesting that the ether crystals are popping up. Yeah, Württemberg. Okay, I had to check that I wasn't like hallucinating that.
Father Cullet's chambers is through here. Peered inside, and sure enough, it was milling with new mow. It looked none too friendly. If Thancred were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up. I'll find all the ink I can, and then come back outside. See you shortly, Adam.
Oh, she's training as a ninja. Apparently ninja is like miserable to level. Probably because you need to like start at level 1. It's not a con you can get through. Like you can't start as it. Oh, shit. I don't know. I frankly don't know what goes into level 1. Besides level. I know that I'm going to limit myself to very few DPS leveling bouts just because I'm like, I don't want to do this anyway. Interesting that they're going to try to add another tank with Evercold. I'm curious to see how that goes. It'd be interesting if they actually tried the tank angle. Because Star Wars The Old Republic tried that, and that didn't really work. The ranged tank ended up being just a melee tank with some slightly more ranged attacks than your average tank. I am probably just gonna need to fight for like Pneumo Fungimenser. Funky. I need food. I'm gonna make myself some mac and cheese later, I think. Anyway, yeah, so the other story I had is that, it's a bit of a rant, so you'll have to excuse me. My boss for the job I've had for about a year, calls me about an hour before I'm scheduled to come in. And doesn't say anything else. We have an app. It's, we use a system called Homebase. Basically, you can imagine like Square or Sling or Slack or whatever you use for your work schedule, right? It's all there, what you would need for doing work stuff, including like messaging. But I only get a phone call. I don't get a text message, no voicemail, nothing. So I'm like, okay, they're gonna see me in an hour. If it was urgent, they would, be trying harder to reach me because they know I'm gonna leave. Right? Not so. Turns out it was urgent, but I was, how would I tell this and that? And so the boss man is like, I called everyone who was scheduled to come in at 5 o'clock, and none of you answered, and I don't know what to say except I'm disappointed. And I'm like, oh no, whatever will I do without you? I was more angry, honestly, because, like, he was acting like he didn't call me. Like, he was acting like he, like, made more than a token effort to reach me, And, like, I've told him, to be clear as well, because I live in a basement, that I'm, like, and I don't, like, it's a very nice living space, but I mean that in the sense of, like, the actual consequence of it, which is that I don't, like, 50-50 if I receive phone calls, and I cannot make phone calls from my house. At least not on my cell phone. And so, and my boss knows this, or at least he should, if he does not already. And so it leads me to wonder, what's going on? What are we doing here? And yeah, so that's just like the irritation of how that works. But basically, I did end up like, I got really mad because it was a big, it's a delivery job, and there's a big order he was talking about. He was like, hey, you need to come in early to, or like he was imagining he would get me to come in early to help deliver it. And I would have been happy to. But again, I was like not notified. And that's the thing, is that they knew the order was coming all day. They knew that order was going to be coming since 9 a.m. that day, yesterday. The reason I didn't pick up when he called the first time, and I did receive the call, but the reason I didn't pick up, I'm like the bathroom. Like, you're not even gonna leave me a voicemail? Like, I'm sorry that I'm not on the phone when I'm on the toilet. It's gross. What do you want me to do? And yeah, so that's where I'm at. I'm very sick of this job. Or, okay, I'm not sick of the job. I'm sick of, like, the minor bullshit that comes up. Because it's like, I don't know if I can say I bust my ass at that job. Because that means that the work that I'm doing is ass busting, which it's not. It's fairly easy in terms of jobs go, as food service jobs go. I have to do, like, some menial tasks, but, like, I play by all the rules. I do the stuff that is asked of me, even if I think that it's bullshit. And then I get hung out to dry over the fact that, like, I'm not answering my phone outside of work hours. And mind, my boss has said in the past, do not contact me outside of work hours. If you need me, you know, call me between these hours, which, by the way, don't overlap with my work hours. So this is just like a very rules for thee, not for me kind of thing, where it's like, I'm not allowed to contact him when he's not at work, but he's, you know, fully expecting that I will be at his beck and call. And it's like, what, again, what's going on here? What are we doing? Yeah, so it's generally irritating. But I had some very choice words that I was not able to deliver to my boss's face, and that's probably for the best, because I was rather incensed and enraged at this whole situation. But the boss had already left for the day by the time I came in. And the assistant managers, frankly, which are the people who I, like, actually work with, and they make about as much as I do. They were like, yeah, no, he's being unreasonable. I'm like, okay, cool. At least everyone else, aside from like the general manager of the store, is on the same page. And it's like, what are we... Again, like, what's going on? What are we doing? Yeah, so hopefully nobody snitches that I told the boss that I would do certain things to his bodily parts, and I'm hoping it was obvious that I was being hyperbolic. That's Tuesday, correct? Yes. Oh, I need to... Actually, one moment. I need to send an email. This actually is urgent on my part. Give me uno momento. Cronus Lux so bad. Cronus Lux so bad. Sorry, this is an actual urgent thing. I need to email my therapist. Okay, cool. Surprising that she got that email. It's a very generic email. Anyway. And I need to unsubscribe some stuff. Oh, hey! Nori Davis has a Netflix special. That's actually sick. If you don't follow Nori Davis, I actually recommend him. He's an excellent comedian. Yeah, anyway. Ooh, that's a beautiful shot.
Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Those Numo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
I'm glad you're safe too. I see you use daggers. Thancred trained you?
Thancred taught me.
Yep.
But I'm still a novice. The Minphilius before me battled Sin Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army.
And will you?
That had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps.
Right, yeah, because they worship
I'd
the
still be
Sin
in
Eaters
my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight.
That's what happens when your will is taken away.
Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me.
No, you just bring him a lot of pain.
Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minphilia. Once, we journeyed to Nabatha together, to the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that.
Oh. Yeah, that was
I have
the
a
one the
vague
old man
feeling
died.
that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you. Because I knew that was what she wanted.
No, it's not what she wants.
But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something or bring you to someone or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach.
Don't worry about it too much.
What is that?
Titania. Oh, it's getting good.
Why? Why did you imprison us?
Oh?
Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair.
Interesting voice direction there. More of a whimper than a yell for the Italian. Ah!
Come and play with us.
I did not expect that jump scare in the middle there.
It came from the castle.
Okay, well, I am not immune to jump scares.
This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Nemo. I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
I keep thinking that she's wearing Converse. Alright, anyway. Real quick, that is going to be next week's thumbnail. Yes! Okay, cool. I got that at least. Okay. Now we can continue on. Okay, let's where are the Etherite tickets? Bay Etherite ticket. Oh, I didn't get the Etherite tickets yet. Okay, cool. So actually teleporting back there will only cost me gil. Any 6 tokens. Ooh. 6 of them, you say? Mm-hmm.
Mercy, Your Majesty. We had no choice. Please forgive us. Oh, it's you. My ink. Were you able to retrieve it? Haha. Yes, this is the ink and almost all of it too. Our king spoke to me. My day went from bad to worse, but thanks to you, it's simply bad again. What? You had the vision too? Oh, what was us? Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a sin eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in the desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through to the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time we've ignored it. But we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked, so I'll give you the service I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well. Ah, there's nothing like honorable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that the Elder Wood Ink returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they'll have tidings for you.
The Elder's Answer.
Ah, there you are. I'm informed that you've been an excellent patron to our people. For that, you have my thanks. Now then, you'll be pleased to hear that we've come to a decision regarding the scepter. If you gather your companions, I'll deliver our answer. Let me guess, they're going to say no. Before I begin, please allow me to express my gratitude for your kind patronage. Having been deprived of purpose for so long, our people are overjoyed at being able to serve again. But on the matter of the stone scepter. During our deliberations, we were forced to concede that we will never have the power to deal with our fallen monarch. We can release Titania neither from the castle nor from torment. In light of this, we've decided to entrust their fate to you. Well, thank you. It's very kind. Take it. The stone scepter of the New Maw. This makes 3 relics. 1 more, and we can arrange a meeting with the warden. Ere you continue with your quest, allow me to enlighten you as regards your foe. Know that Titania is not a name, but a title bestowed upon the one chosen to lead the Pixies by the grace of nature. Its leader, upon Ilmeg's founding, arose as ruler of all Fae folk to bring order to our riotous kind. In our turn, we Fae folk render our blessing unto nature, unto water, wood, and wind, that a king might be further empowered. Though they become a sin-eater, their powers remain unchanged. When you face them, be prepared to face the full fury of nature. Oh dear. Is there anything else we should know? Anything else? Only if that you feel unready for the challenge, and none here would blame you for it. You're welcome to remain among us a while longer. After all, I myself have yet to enjoy your patronage, and who knows when I will next have the chance. We would see that you are comfortable, of course, and do all in our power to make you feel at home. Oi! Honestly, I look away for one moment, and every fairy and their nuncle tries to steal my sapling from me. This is my sapling. Mine, do you hear? Not yours in the fosse. And anyone who so much as thinks about trying to seduce him will wish they hadn't. The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought of crystal. They are held in the Amaro's safekeeping at their settlement, Wollockdorf. It beareth mentioning that these Amaro are unlike those which thou hast heretofore encountered. Owing to a peculiarity of evolution, they are capable of speech, and thus we might negotiate with them as we have the Fae folk. Though it saddens us to see you leave, we wish you were well on your way. When you arrive in Wollockdorf, seek out the largest of the Amaro. His name is Seto. He is their leader and bearer of the relic. Cool.
And I can take the Amuro there already. Warlock Dwarf, yeah. God, I need one of these as a mount. Verbertenberg. I just love that name. Very fun. Verbertenberg. The Blood Dragoon. Oh. These things are like halfway between a chocobo and a dragon, feels like. Seto Kaiba. Bird. No, you probably just sense his ether nearby. Oh. Forgive me, I was having a dream. Seldom do men visit us. What brings you to our village? Did I hear you all right? Did I hear you aright? You desire the crystal shoes that you may confront the Light Warden. No. No, you mustn't think such thoughts. Even if you are indeed immune to the Light's corruption, as you claim, vanquishing the king will bring you naught but sorrow. Forget this folly. Return whence you came. While we appreciate your concern, we have no choice in the matter. Will you not reconsider? Come, my friends. Let us leave him with his thoughts. Tis harder by far to change the minds of they who mean well than they who mean ill.
Forgive me, but I'm not sure I understand.
And little wonder. 'Tis the first time thou hast set foot here. 'Twould behoove you all to learn something of this nature of this community, I think, and there is no surer way than to speak with its members. In such wise, you will come to understand Seto's reasoning for refusing us, and, I hope, gain an insight into how he may yet be persuaded. So I bid ye, seek out the Amaro, and make yourselves known unto them. A gentle touch shall suffice by way of greeting. Much less unglamoured visitors. What brings you so far from the kind?
How long has it been since I last felt man's touch? I cannot help but be reminded of my master's hand. He was a knight of Verbert, a noble and valiant soul. But like so many others, he died fighting the Sin Eaters. Though he is long departed, I remain in this land, out of respect for his memory. Oh, traveler. As long as you do nothing to disturb our peace, we welcome you with open wings. Tell me about yourself. In my past life, I had a master with whom I journeyed to the far corners of the realm. From Botharang, deep in the south, to Vurbit, here in the north, we soared, riding the winds. He so loved to travel, my master did, and there is no greater testament to that than the name which bestowed upon me, Traveler. Many years have I passed since last I embarked on the journey. I imagine the world outside Elmeg has much changed, yet I have no desire to see it again. Nay, I would leave those places I visited as they are in my mind's eye. Caught up in a bit of nostalgia, are we? Ah, that tickles. Enough. I never had a master. I'm not accustomed to it. Not that I dislike your kind, you understand. On the contrary, we Amuro were bred to be fond of men. In the beginning, we were all of us mindless beasts. Then a mage of Ronka gave us the gift of intelligence, that we might better serve our masters. After that empire fell, those with the gift eventually died out. On rare occasions, however, we are born with the seed of our ancestors in us. If we live long enough amongst men, that seed may quicken, restoring the power of speech to us, amongst other things. So it was with me, though I never had a master, as I told you. Nimbus. What's happening? Why am I being patted? It's wonderful. Seldom do we have the chance to enjoy the attentions of men. Your kind are loath to come here, for fear of the Fey folk. But then we are Fey folk too. When we first made our home here, we swore an oath to the Fairy King, you see. 'Tis easy to forget sometimes. Oh, they're so fluffy. It's like touching a cloud. Thou hast peered into the hearts of the Amaro, I take it. Then thou canst not choose but see the intense and abiding love they bear for men. It is out of concern for our welfare, and not scorn, that Seto seeketh to dissuade us from confronting their king. Yet confront their king we must, and to that end we must needs have the crystal shoes. Auden, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Seto in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worrieth the most. Tell him of thy many great deeds. Spoken in earnest, thy words may yet move him to change his mind. You have spoken with my brethren. And you see, it is not out of scorn that I deny you the relic. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die. Not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on us, even once, fills our hearts with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. Oh, nah, I'd win. This is something I must do. What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? This land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Fey folk to change. And in order to obtain the other relics, you will already have paid the due price. Not more is owed. Then why? Why then would you risk all to face our fallen king? To do what no one else can. What did you say? Very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Sin Eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you are well prepared, then meet me in the clearing to the east. There, I will lure out the fiends that you may slay them. Oh, getting a bit dimmer. Did we enter the night cycle? Everlasting light. Okay, so not really getting dimmer, just something about the lighting changed. Garden Porcata? Well, anyway. I was listening to a Mage the Ascension podcast, and they're talking about how like plots can honestly be kind of started if you want like cosmic stakes, that the powers of dynamic, static, and entropy, they're supposed to be in balance, but when one of them is out of balance, it can kind of cause like knock-on effects, and that can be like the hook for a plot. I will use my voice to lure out the Sin Eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. Feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the tricks. But come, we begin at your signal. Ready then? Very well. I got this. Not just going to be those ones. It's going to be more. Yep. I mean, how does it reduce physical only 5%? Yeah. All day. And one more round. Oh damn, them some big ones. No Warrior of Light buff. Light work, no reaction. You made short work of those creatures. I will not deny it. I have seen enough. Let us return to Wolfdorf. Not gonna take me with you? Okay then. Alright, I think I'm gonna Just to kind of like forecast a little bit, I'm going to face Titania and then call it. By the ease with which you slew those sin eaters, I see that you are capable. However, you still require time to think. And if you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please, hear my tale. A while ago, I fought sin eaters who had wandered into Ilmeg. In the heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession. A medallion. Of all the places that it should fall, it was Long Mirror Lake. We, the Amaro, are not fond of water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. I briefly entertained the thought of turning to the Fwath, but they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I've despaired to retrieving my treasure, but I have seen what you are capable of. Perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go in search for my medallion? If it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. Some connection to Ardbird is gonna help us out, I bet. Sandman, that's a hell of a name. Yep, ether current. How much is it? 56,000 XP? Not very much by the standard of things. This quest will level us up. Nope, it won't actually. Need more. Need 2 more quests. I'm just gonna follow the river down. Yeah, I'd call it a river. You some kind of boss, probably. Like a big sin eater. What's Avis? Oh no, it's just some regular mob. Alright. Oh, sextuplet shallow, not shadow. I see. How do I dive down? Can I even dive down here? I forgot the keybind to dive down. Shift, control, tab, alt. Well, I don't know. I'm out of ideas. Nope. System config keybinds. Mouse settings, the other settings. Character config. Control. Character, filter, target, general. Oh, keybind is just a full separate thing. Movement. Strafe, camera. Oh, you can hotkey group those. Okay. Draw and sheathe weapon. Oh, control spacebar. I didn't try that. Nice. Okay. I couldn't remember my flight keybinds. Wow, where could it be? Oh wow, I got so lucky. Does not appear to be Sato's medallion. Okay, you know what? I take it back. Glad they're willing to put out false flags, actually. I guess it's going to be in some place with some kind of emotional significance. Second try is the charm, as they always say. Use an Aetheryte ticket. No. I'm only gonna use that for expensive shit. Oh, excuse me. Might take another stretching break here in a minute. Fenny Fen. Did you just fly away on a crab? Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Ah, you all returned. How fared your search?
Ah, my medallion! You found it! Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul. He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak. But we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories. This medallion he found during an adventure, fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy.
I'm happy for you, bud.
His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
Artbert, thou sayest?
Everyone blamed him for the flood. Him and his comrades. Some few spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear. And so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place. Artbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
Yeah. Keep your medallion safe. I'm sure Artbert knows how you feel.
You remind me of him. Your kindness. When we Amaro were created, we were granted the ability to perceive souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But Due, perhaps, to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely. It is reminiscent of Ardbird's. Strikingly so.
Well, yeah, because we're reflections of each other, essentially.
Of course, you are you and no one else. We are defined not by the soul we are born with, but the path we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic. It is yours.
Well, thank you. Wait, that's how you're giving me the crystal shoes? Okay.
There's trouble! Terrible trouble!
The Yulmoran army?
Something happened at Lida Loran.
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Il Meg. At first, they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks seemed to work on him, which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Emmett Selk?
Ranjit. If he manages to
Ranjit,
find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught.
Oh, yeah, Old Boney.
As thou sayest.
Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers.
Okay.
Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success.
Understood.
So the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Yep, that's the plan.
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
No, Midfelia. You'll only get underfoot. Now come.
No, let her come along. Come on.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
Ah, come on. Not even standing up to Thancred. I know she's a kid still, so maybe probably for the best. Yassified Oriange. Forgive me. It seems my indecision has cost you precious time. But I am convinced now. Convinced that you will triumph. To the south, you will find the bridge to Liagia. It is the bearer of the 4 relics. The gate of the castle will open to you. These are all relics from fairy tales, right? Like, I'm getting that correct. Because, like, we have the crystal shoes from Cinderella. A staff from... somewhere? Berries. Here. Let's key items. Key, no. Armory chest. Adventure plate character, armory chest, inventory, mount guard, menu wear, face wear, duty, key items. Not sure what quest that is. Sharpened guillotine of the tyrant must be equipped. Okay. Noted. Not doing that here, though. 375. I'm gonna get up to 380.
but I should get up to 395 even if I pop the gloves. Or, like... Ah, that's where you went. Armory chest, head. What can I get rid of? Nope, you are still kind of needed. You, I was going to put in... I can get rid of you, actually. Discard. Why does it have that little tuft of hair at the top? I don't get it. Oh, that's the visor? Oh, boy. Oh, brother. Starium helm. Anyway. Place an armory chest. There we go. Okay, I'm probably just gonna end up turning that in for company seals anyway. Oh, and I should definitely do that with this. Buccaneer's tricorn. Oh, you know what? That's getting glamored. That's going on a red mage fit. Bunch of just cooking stuff in here. Pay no mind. Oh. Huh. Oh, right, but I needed to glamour this, which means I needed to make a glamour plate. Omicron Gambas in offending. Yeah, I don't mind glamoring these things. I just need to get to a point where I can do it. Hookah. I heard yesterday about this thing called The Wrong Game, which is like a sort of creative warm-up for clowns, and it's actually really funny. You sort of like skim, open your eyes, breathe deep, and then you just start pointing at stuff and naming it the wrong thing. Like this, pizza. Guys that I'm fighting, it's a dog. No, actually no, it's a road sign. It's not even a living thing. Out in the distance, fish. I'm just doing it, and it's actually quite fun. It's a nice way to wake you up and just keep you a little bit more aware. Because they like pitched it as like a way to get yourself out of autopilot, and I doubted, but here we are. Also, I'm noticing a lot of similarities between Shadowbringers and Bayonetta aesthetically. I doubt that's a coincidence. Play Bayonetta though; it's a great game. Just make sure to be like weaving your dodges into your combos. That's what took me a while, was weaving. But once I got that down, I was able to actually like do decently in the game. Not like super hard slaying out, more so just not dying.
Gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken.
Indeed. Guessing it's a dungeon.
All that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania. On being bereft of reason, and mercy. It is sure to be a wait, I'm slipping into Irish. Damn it! It is sure to be a ferocious battle. But if anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it is you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. For we fae folk may appear to live unfettered.
Damn it, Irish.
For we fae folk may appear to live unfettered lives. There are still laws that bind us. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. In all things balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not. Come with me. Your beautiful branch will ever be at your side.
Now, I need to work on distinguishing those. The Dancing Plague, now accessible. Alright, new duty. Oh, it's simply a trial, okay. I'm down. 22 minutes! Oh boy. Yep, we're gonna be here a while. So anyway, probably should have saved the story time for right now. But yeah, as far as I know, I still have a job despite cussing at the boss behind his back. Yeah, I'm not gonna like make an excuse. Oh, okay. Wasn't 22 minutes. Thank you for saving me from story time and having to admit my faults, oh god.
Who goes there? Are you the one who broke the seal? Light Warden Titania. You're going down. Ah, so much for time lost. So much frolicking. To be done. We must make up for it, we must. Beginning by playing with you.
Alright, I'm gonna keep an eye on party chat. Aurelia Delirious.
For the night is bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
Alright, well now I have a Cheeto, and that's fine. This can't just be a tank tank, right? Ah, it's like the other boss fights.
When you play with fire.
But they had to stand in for some reason. I'm not entirely picking up why I'm getting so through. I can't see anything. Oh, wait, I've been here before. Get it. Waste of blood gauge. Two whole stacks. Oh no. Didn't pay attention to order. Oh, that's not bad. Fuck. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh no. Do we only have one time? Okay, turn off big man. We need to bring down this next guy pretty fast. I think we're actually pretty good looking this far, but the titanium power bar, but it seems to be alright.
Dance like the leaves on the trees.
Oh, I thought that the other
Let's play some more.
Hey, Samurai might be a good time for that one.
Oh, damn. They, that samurai got it like that. Oh, wait. I forgot I can put my Blackest Night on someone else. I should be doing that for me. Actually be like off-tank strats. Yeah, no, the fact that a melee did not take the limit break is actually just kind of sad. We can play no more. And I absorb it. Oh, that's a relief.
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak. The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose.
Oh, to name a new queen.
For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place.
So my king of the fairies now?
However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us. Never again to live as men do.
Oh, hard pass.
My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
Oh no, such a burden. But what will happen to our bond?
Kinla, Ilichla, Ilmek, Okbra. Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
Well, the way they said realm was
interesting, and I think it's kind of like key to keeping the accent distinct.
Confound it. How did they get here so fast?
Because Ranjit just punches the
Damn
fairies
these
up
pixies
here.
and their tricks!
Oh, he snatches them out of there. Ooh.
How in the seven hells?
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
Okay, so this is a minute ago since the light hasn't been banished yet.
Hurts, it hurts.
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
Alphino, your conscience will be the death of you.
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
How many times do we have to kick your ass?
I won't return to your maw. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
He's gonna be like, oh, but they're not your friends. They're just
What
using you.
is this stance? Where did you learn it?
He does not approve
I
of the
trained
reverse
would make
grip.
such an unseemly show of herself. Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
Reverse grip. Yo! That was close.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer.
Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
Sounds like someone who lost the will to fight.
Look! The sky! He's done it. The warrior of darkness has triumphed.
General? What are our orders? What do we do?
You've done nothing but panic this entire time.
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the warrior of darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive! Are you deaf?
They're
I
gone.
said!
Nice.
Axla Orwain!
Axla Orwain! What's happening? Water? That wasn't there before.
Oh. Oh, that's scary.
Orwaik Kansasi, Orwaik Kinsi. Help me!
Nice try.
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it!
Oh.
Oh, you fucked up.
General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with a warrior of darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
Oh my god. Oh, okay, so he's still gonna retreat. I was like, is he gonna bootlick that hard that he just throws his sanity away, at least? Maybe not his life. Probably survive whatever the Fae do to him. Well, you're welcome. The fight was pretty sick.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Fair all volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wished to make the most of it.
That's fair, actually.
That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter.
Oh?
To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength. In return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
So we have an intangible debt owed to us by the fairies. That's crazy. Oh yeah, what about our pact?
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side.
Damn, that's huge.
Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you.
It's
Treat
fair,
them
actually.
as you would Isnefis.
And off they go. Alright. Akla or Min. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe. Yet the majesty of thine achievement delighteth me none the less. Night hath returned to Ilmeg. We stand one step closer to delivering the first from its doom, and averting the 8th umbral calamity. 'Tis but a pity thou wert not present to see the Fae folk put the Yulmorans to flight. 'Tis a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. Ah, but what valuable allies they might prove, were the mood only to take them. I knew you could do it, and not only because of your blessing. You have a strength all your own, and it has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going. Together, needless to say, to the bitter end. The fate of our two worlds being at stake and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Crystarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fae folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Yulmore's attentions, but I would sooner see for myself. Regardless, I believe I speak for all of us when I say that I've had a bellyful of Ilmeg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. I think that's fair. Norvrant, Crystarium. No! I would not like to spend a very valuable token for 100 gil. It's worth far more than that. I feel like I earned that much gil by farting now. Ring. What are my monk accessories at? Oh, I didn't... Oh, right, I don't need to save. Oh, okay, I have all the high-level monk accessories. Well, that's a pretty neat ear cuff, but I'm not super attached to it. I do like this outfit, though. It's really fun. Alright, something big is gonna happen. I can feel it. Where is everyone? Oh god, where is everyone? Okay, people are out and about at least.
All seems well at the Crystarium.
That's a bad sign.
Yulmore was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
Oh?
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
And you are...
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity, I am Emmett Selk, Asian.
Oh, okay, cool. He just tells us right off the rip.
Gaius spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
Ooh, he's got a vengeance.
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle? Oh, it is truly, deeply...
sickening.
Infuriating.
Ah, damn it.
Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining? Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight. Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lump and weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining.
Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
You're scheming something more. I don't buy that you don't like us doing this.
But you had to come and ruin it all. Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters!
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased.
He's right
As
there.
for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
No, he's going to actively start working
Happy to let
against
me
us.
go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone. Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habre did. And we all know how well that ended for him.
That's true.
And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach. Cooperation. I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Yep, he's scheming.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives.
He wants to
Do
tip
you
the world
expect
into
us
darkness.
to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground?
They want to bring back their god. I know that.
For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content. But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible. So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for.
The unscrupulous villains you
When
are.
all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
He feels like a Dark Souls character.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright. If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
Good spot, Urianger. Holy shit. I see why people like him.
apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions.
Yeah, you're still a snake.
Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
How did you spot it was an illusion? Cooperation? He can't be serious. Can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first, we should report to the Exarch. You can run along, Adam. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. And they're all gonna walk off. Okay. Cool. Cool.
Oh, excuse me. A little burp there. Alright, let's go talk to our sleep paralysis demon. Pendants. I want to stay at this inn. It'd be cool as shit. Will we be retiring now? Yes. Sandwich basket. Can be used up to 10 times. Can I reverse engineer it or whatever? I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You'll probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like, what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past.
Okay. He's only been around like 20 or so years, right?
It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining.
It was Elidibus, wasn't it?
Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making.
Yeah.
They cannot be trusted. None of them.
I agree.
But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
You're putting me off my dinner. Nah, tell me about Seto.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big.
Oh, was he a pup?
And he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Yeah, I have a black chocobo. Quite like him. Don't have a name for him yet. Yep, just me sleeping in this position with my horns on. Realpolitik. That's a very specific invocation. Okay, let's start the next quest. Good day to you, sir. I do hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asks that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. Okay, and with that, I bid you adieu. Go stretch, go get some food. I'm gonna get mac and cheese. Have a happy 4th of July holiday. Take care of yourselves. Later, skaters.